hello, Geminis. Welcome, welcome. Whew, it's getting warm over here in Oregon. I don't know where you're at, but boy, it is getting warm. But my name is Patty, and I'm an empath that is doing your intuitive tarot. I'm going to also mix some astrology and numerology in with it. It is divine tarot, and that means that I call on the second dimension first, foremost, and all the sources to help you with any challenges, struggles that you may have, questions, you're on the fence about something. This is the divine's pretty much choice to come in and help you with anything that you're doing. So I'm going to pull 3 oracles. And the first one is divine, second is the current energy, and the third is future energies, which a lot of the time is the astrology part. I do notice that a lot of the energies from the astrology work with divine. Divine is the source. Okay, everything else is a resource. So that's what we want to pay attention to. What is going on with that very first card and the current energies. All right. So we have our first 2 cards out. Also don't forget that there is a new moon on the 10th. So you're going to have some energies coming in with that. A little bit of maybe confusion. I feel like emotions might be on a little roller coaster, might have a difficult time sleeping. A lot of the times we have difficult time sleeping because the divine's trying to share something with us. You're worrying about something that he should be taking care of. So a lot of that has to happen with those energies. So let's see what he's got going. So our first card out is definitely the dragon, and it's a lot about power and strength. It is also the number 6, which is our harmony and our improvements in what we're trying to do in our life. This is about the power and strength that you have within you, and you don't even realize it. So the dragon is about having enough power and strength to do whatever he wants or chooses to do. This again is the number 6, which is improving and having harmony and balance. So you have the power within you to do a lot more than what you think you have. And this is the divine saying, yes, you do. And please use me. Thank you very much. What he means by that is calling on that second dimension to help you, whatever it is, in a struggle, a challenge, a decision, a path, whatever it is. He's saying, please use me. He's not Santa Claus, though. I'll tell you there, and we'll go into that if you want. But the current energy is the horse. It's about accepting help from another or delegating authority. Okay, so the horse definitely is very independent. However, they do depend on a herd. They are a herd animal because they're considered prey. So this is time when you say, okay, I can do things on my own. I have that capability. Especially women, you'll say, I'm an independent woman. No, that's really the wrong thing to say, that especially if you're wanting a guy, ladies. I'm telling you right now, they don't want to even hear that. They'll run the other way. But what you can say is, I am a woman that has the capability of being independent. And for me, I did that the wrong way for many, many years. Changed it around, and guess what? I've got more offers than I really want. So again, this is about your progress of understanding the power and the strength you have in you, and the power and strength you have within your words, your thoughts, and everything. Okay. So the future energy is disruption. And it is the number 3 in numerology, and that is about acknowledging that you keep getting disrupted, or there is distractions. That's another big thing. Thank you. So they're saying, you're being distracted. You're basically being pulled off course. And people love to pull you off course because they could be jealous. They could be envious. They could want what you have. Why you and not me, kind of a thing. Here's that power and strength in you again, that you have the choice to move forward, because that is about your improvement and harmony. Okay, that is really about you saying and owning your own stuff. Well, I'm really sorry that you feel that way. However, I'm going to keep moving in my path and my journey. All right. So I'm going to be doing a 7-card spread, which is a horseshoe. I do it straight. However, this gives me a little bit about your history. Gives me a, ooh, wow, that's interesting. Gives you a little bit about some of your strengths, your weaknesses. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I'll share with you in a minute. Um, and also things that are hindering that you want to avoid. You want to hinder and stay away from them because they're not helping you in your progress, in your process of your journey and your path or anything of that nature. All right. Boy, that 10 of Pentacles has popped up in every reading today. Wow. That is so funny. Okay. So you remember our theme. You have the power and the strength to do whatever you can. This destruction, or the distractions and the disruptions are actually trying to pull you off course. That is the low vibrational energy, not wanting you to have your self improvement, your self growing, your harmony, your potential, and your ambition. Because you have the first card out is the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups could be sort of from your past. Something, somebody's been really curious about some new things, about, trying new things, having the energy to try new things. Of course, we do when we're young, right? Although some of you guys are very young yet. So you might be having this curious. I really would like to try this. I would really like to do this. I would suggest putting down on a piece of paper all the things that you would like to do and then prioritize which one comes first because you have the power and strength in to try anything. I don't like using the word try because you want to attempt to do something. Trying is very empty. So say, well, just try it, because when you say try, I hate to say this, but it's half-assed. You can do it pretty much, I'll put some effort into it, but not all. But when you attempt to do something, then you can put your 100% in and you're curious. It's sort of like, okay, I haven't skydove yet, skydove. I would like to do that, and I'll check into it and see what I can do and if my health can handle it and all that kind of stuff. So it's a curiosity thing. So somebody's got a bunch of curiosity. This has also been in your past. You've always been a curious person. And this is something that you're like, You're also very creative. You like creative things and fun things and adventurous things. This has just sort of been who you are. But what I find interesting is you're still there. We have 2 pages together. I don't think I've ever seen that together, ever. We have the Page of Cups, and then we have the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles is sort of about, this is sort of more about your psychological processing. So maybe this is something in your present that, maybe you're getting a little bit older. Maybe this curiosity, could this bring me some money? Could I, make this a job? Could I make this a career? There might be something that you're very curious or that you've carried from your past. It's sort of like my leather work. I've always loved it and I've always been curious about new things, that kind of a thing. Could I make it my job? Could I make it my career? There's an opportunity to do that. And you would be surprised at the power and the strength you have to make that happen. So there's a bunch of opportunity of newness here. One is more spiritual, one is more for the heart. So your heart is the cups, and your earthly, more earthly, and this is spiritual, and this is more earthly. So definitely want to look into that because you have the power to do that. You might need some help from somebody, though, to do it. Again, this is where this current energy card is. You may need, you can maybe do it on your own. It's sort of like artists. They have to do it on their own. However, they need to get the tools from somewhere, the learning from somewhere, or a mentor or something of that nature, because it looks like this is going to have a lot of opportunity in your workplace. It's going to bring you a lot of maybe financial help. I'm not going to say a lot of help, you know, because a lot of people want me to be a psychic. I'm not a psychic. I'm an empath. And I'm not going to say, oh, you're going to get all this money and then you don't. Then I'm setting you up to be let down or lie, you know, then you call me a liar. That's not this. But whatever this is that you've been curious about, you have the power and strength in you to grow it and make it happen. And it may bring you some help, some extra financial peace. And maybe in the future, it will bring you a lot more, definitely, about your financial peace, because this is more toward your future. Okay. And the King of Swords is about truth. You have to go into it 100%. Remember, this is about going in 100% and giving it your all, whatever this is. It could be a relationship. It could be a relationship. I don't think so. This is all pentacles. So this is more about what you possess, maybe a house, or maybe you're an engineer, you want to build your own house. You know, I'm just hypotheticals. Maybe you're a theme park, you know, junkie, and you want to learn how to build roller coasters and things like that. I don't know what it is for you, but it is going to bring some type of financial help, and or a income, a career. All right. You have to be honest with yourself, though. This is why I said in the very beginning, write the pros and cons, write down what or not the pros and cons, but what it is that you're sort of like your bucket list. What do you want to do? But just know that you can't do it alone. At first, you cannot do it alone. Maybe in the future, but right now you can't do it alone. But I do think that there's going to be not a partner, but somebody you're going to do this with, and they're going to support you with that. Okay. The one thing I do see, is that you think about the future, but there's no movement to the future. You're thinking more in the past. You're thinking more in the, oh, I don't know if I can do it. Or, you know, I don't know if I have the ability to do it. I don't know if I have the strength to do it. I don't know how to get started. You know, you're thinking of all the negative things. Oops, sorry, negative things here with the Nine of Wands. So you need to let that go, because this seems to be a habit of yours. It seems to be like a habit, that you get scared, and then you start sabotaging yourself. Thank you. And that is your disruption and your distraction. You become your own disruption and your distraction. So just know that if people are saying, hey, this is a good idea, this is what you should do. Oh yeah, this is really, really good. Why don't you do this? Why don't you go forward with it? Why don't you make it happen? But you're like, yeah, I really want to. And then you don't make any movement towards it. Then you're the one that's setting yourself up. Yeah. You're setting yourself up to not have it happen when you've got all the opportunities for it to happen. All right. I would like to get some clarification on the page, since this is sort of the past, divine. I would like to get clarification on the Page of Cups, in what this is that might be hindering, because this is something that obviously you want this person to have. So he's also saying, think of the future, but don't think so far out, because you get overwhelmed. Somebody gets overwhelmed too easy, and then that's why you start going back to the, oh man, I can't do it. It's not for me. What's funny is these younger generations, especially I'll say to my daughter, you know, you tell her, you know, something a couple of years ago, well, how about doing this? Or how about, you know, just thinking about this, because you might lead you into a different direction. 2 years later, oh, you know, so-and-so said I should probably do this, and maybe this will take me. I just told you that 2 years ago, and I've said it over and over and over again. But because it's somebody from the outside says it, then you do it. What is up with that? You know, us parents or us elders do have some knowledge of where we have been and what we're doing. But I will say that it has to be in Divine's timing. Okay, so she wasn't ready. You know, it wasn't her time to be ready. And we expect these younger generation to know what they want to do at the age of 18 to 25. Their frontal lobe isn't even fully developed in the brain. That is your decision making part of your brain. It's not developed until almost 24, 25, sometimes a little bit older. So we're asking them to make decisions that they can't even make decisions. It's like a little baby. They don't have the cognitive sense to know at certain stages what is dangerous, what is not, what to do, what not, because their brain isn't developed enough. But we expect them to know. Okay, so this is where your power and strength is, to know. This is your power and strength, your wisdom to know. This will take you a lot further. Again, this is a divine, definitely a divine interaction. So when I asked to have clarity on the Page of Cups, I think somebody, I don't know, I don't want to say it's military, but it seems like every time you got your hopes up and your dreams up, you'd either move away or somebody would go away. And then you said, screw it, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in anything above, or I don't believe in anything, because you know what? Everybody kept being taken away, or you kept moving. And Divine is saying, I've always been there. That's your power and strength. I've always been there. Yes, that is your Wheel of Fortune. When you don't know where else to go, you go to Divine. So whatever it is that you're wanting to do, man, it looks like it's a full force go. However, you have to be strong enough that when you have some distractions happening, that you have the discipline within you to ignore them and stay focused. Yeah. We have the Two of Pentacles. Again, more Pentacles. And the Knight of Wands. So with the Two of Pentacles, that means you're probably going to need somebody else, because you're going to have to do multiple things at once. And so you're going to need somebody. And you do have the Knight, somebody that's very passionate towards you, that's willing to support you and grow you and have you come forward. They're ready to help you. All right. They're ready to help you. You're your own worst enemy. Boy, this has been sort of the week's thing. It's like you're your own worst enemy, because you don't believe you have the power and the strength to do it. You know, it takes a lot of courage to step up and say, I can do this. And then one step forward, keep doing it. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to bring you rewards if you do it. Even if it's a baby step, this is going to bring you big rewards. Big rewards, not only in financial, but into truth and your spiritual self. You're going to begin to believe not only in your power, but the power that Divine will open these doors for you and protect you and actually take care of you through this whole process. A lot of people are afraid, you know, because money is worldly. So I'll tell you right now, there's been times where I was homeless. In 2020, I thought, okay, I lost my job. How am I going to do this? I've got X amount of dollars to last. And how am I going to do this? And you know what? I just said, okay, God, you got this. You got to help me here, because this is the situation. And before you know it, abundance came in and came in and came in and came in. You got to believe. You got to believe. You got to have faith and trust that it's all going to happen. All right, Divine, is there anything else you want me to share with this before I give them love and relationships? I don't see any love here. Otherwise, I wouldn't do a love relationship. But definitely. No? Okay. All right. So we're going to go to love and relationships. Now, this is could be a relationship with your family, could be a relationship with a coworker, could be a love connection. We'll see here in just a second. Wouldn't it be funny if it's a coworker? Oh, that's Mr. I forgot his name behind me. I started smelling cotton candy really strong, and I'm like, my window's closed. Where would that be coming from? And I forget there's a elephant. Let me see if I can see it. You can't. There's an elephant behind me from Disney, and he's got this cotton candy smell. It's like all of a sudden he just big woof. Maybe somebody pushed it towards him. Anyway, love and relationships, the dream walker, dreams, the collective good illusions, and it's the number 8. Okay, about rewards and progress. However, there is dreams, the collective good, and illusions. So the thing is that you want to be sure and make sure that when you're talking about any type of relationship, you're not walking in an illusion, in a fantasy land. You need to talk and get the facts. Because we can dream and think and drool and like, and then it not be true, because our perception and our expectations and the reality may not meet. So this is really important to make sure in your love relationships or any relationships this week that you're not dreaming and then it's not happening. You want to be able to communicate so that you can make those dreams happen and that they're not an illusion, that they actually do come true. Because for the second card is luck is on your side. I don't believe in luck. I believe in destiny. So the moon cards are saying luck. So I will say destiny is on your side for this. It is the new moon in Sagittarius. So I believe that love on this part definitely is in your destiny. It's going to happen. It's how you project your love, you will get back. So if you are really loving and caring and kind, you're going to get that back. If you start going out there and talking promiscuous and, all this stuff, you're going to get that back. That ain't love. That's being just a horn dog. And that you're going to get a horn dog back. And that's when things start to get really, get to be an illusion when you think, oh, they're really going to love me, that kind of a thing, when you've gone on your back way too soon. No, they're just a horn dog. So you really, really want to make sure that destiny is on your side, that you are asking and talking and sharing and being vulnerable and they're being vulnerable and that kind of a thing, because those dreams together will be collective for good. So that means it's going to take a little time to grow this love and friendship and maybe even more, because this is a collective, a back and forth kind of dance that you're going to do that is going to grow and build a bond, which is beautiful. All right, Geminis. Now, don't forget, there is daily readings, and I didn't do Mondays because it was a holiday, and I just didn't have it in me. I was so exhausted. So, but it was a holiday as well, and I was trying to take a rest. But Tuesdays through Fridays will be up, and I think Tuesdays is already up. And don't forget about the new moon on the 10th. I'm still deciding if I'm going to do a new moon reading or not. But we will see. So I like to keep the energies flowing, but we'll see. I've got a pretty busy week this week. So I hope everybody stays healthy and strong. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell, and you'll be notified when I'm on. All right. Take care, Geminis. Have a great, great week.